Before you check your phone, before the world starts demanding your energy, stop, take a breath, and choose who you're going to be today, because today isn't just another day, it's another opportunity. Another chance to step toward the life you say you want. You don't need more time, you need more intention. Don't just roll into your day on autopilot. Own it, design it, align it. Success doesn't start with a paycheck. It starts with a decision, first thing in the morning. While others are snoozing on their dreams, you rise. You rise because you remember your why. You rise because you've been through too much to go back now. Morning isn't just a time of day, it's a message. It tells the world, I'm still here. It tells your future, I'm coming for you. It tells your doubt, you don't own me anymore. So don't waste it. Start your day like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Wake up with fire, move with purpose, lead with vision, and don't stop until the day feels your presence. How you start your day isn't just a routine. It's a message to your mind, your body, and your future. It's either telling the world, I'm ready to show up with purpose, or I'm just trying to survive another day. Think about it. Most people wake up in reaction mode. They grab their phones before they take a breath. They scroll through the lives of others before they've even checked in with their own. They respond to emails, messages, stress before responding to their own calling. But the ones who win long-term, the ones who lead with focus, clarity, and confidence, they start differently. They decide every single morning who they want to be before the world gets a vote, because mornings aren't just about productivity, they are about identity. You're not just brushing your teeth or drinking coffee. You're setting the emotional and mental atmosphere for the next 12-16 hours of your life. And the difference between a reactive day and a powerful one often comes down to the first 10 minutes. When you start with intention, you remind your brain what matters. You prioritize presence over panic. You focus on alignment before you fall into distraction. Do you want to live by default or by design? Because your morning is the blueprint, it's where clarity begins, where momentum is born, where vision becomes action. One breath, one decision at a time. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be awake. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. The world doesn't need more rushed, tired, distracted people. It needs you, fully here, fully committed, fully on purpose. And that all begins, not at noon, not after work, but the moment your feet hit the floor in the morning. Before you open your phone, before you open your inbox, before the world starts telling you who to be, what to fear, what to chase, pause. Because the most important conversation you'll have all day is the one you have with yourself in the first 10 minutes after you wake up. This is where most people lose control of their day. They wake up straight into noise, scrolling, comparing, reacting, before they've even remembered what they want. They step into the world with no direction, no clarity, just chaos, but you don't need more noise. You need to reconnect with your vision, that inner compass, that why, that dream that keeps whispering to you in quiet moments when the world isn't shouting over it. You can't live a life on purpose when you start your day in distraction. You can't build a future that's yours while letting the world set the tone for your morning. You must go inward before you go outward. This is your power hour, the moment to sit with your dreams, your thoughts, your goals, to speak to your higher self and ask, what do I want from today? What do I want to become in this season of life? What does the future version of me need to hear right now? And this doesn't require hours of meditation or fancy tools. It requires presence. It requires honesty. It requires you to put your phone down and pick your purpose up. Because when you begin your morning aligned with your mission, you walk differently. You speak differently. You show up with a quiet power that no distraction can shake. Don't let the world wake you up. Wake up to yourself. Wake up to the fire still burning in you. Wake up to the version of you that's ready to rise. Motivation is that electric surge you feel when the song drops, when the speaker shouts, when the quote hits exactly right. It's adrenaline, powerful but temporary, and if your mornings depend on whether or not motivation shows up, you're building your future on a mood swing. Discipline, on the other hand, is a contract you sign with yourself, renewed every dawn. It's the pre-decided promise that rain or shine, pumped or tired, doubting or confident, you do the work that moves the needle. Discipline turns if you'll like it into EMIT. It converts good intentions into repeatable action, turning routines into results. Think of a rocket launch. Motivation is the spark, but discipline is the sustained thrust that carries it beyond gravity. When the hype fades at 5 a.m. and the bed feels warm, discipline is the voice that says, "We go anyway." When yesterday's plan meets today's resistance, discipline is the hand that presses post, submit, start, even if no one is watching. And here's the secret: every disciplined choice compounds. One purposeful sunrise stacks on another, and soon the habit loop hardwires itself. No negotiation required. What once felt like a struggle becomes muscle memory. What began as self-control becomes self-identity. I'm the kind of person who shows up, so set your alarm with intention. Lay your shoes out the night before. Script the first 10 minutes so there's zero guesswork when the morning fog rolls in. Because motivation whispers, but discipline roars, quietly, consistently, and long after feelings have gone back to sleep. We often think that change requires a massive overhaul, a new job, a life-changing event, a breakthrough moment. But real, lasting transformation, it's built in the smallest details of your day, especially the ones no one sees. Those 10 push-ups you do when you don't feel like moving, that 5-minute journal entry that gets your thoughts clear, the way you breathe deeply before checking your phone, the quiet decision to drink water before coffee. Those aren't just nice ideas. They are identity anchors. They are subtle, powerful messages to your mind that say, we are no longer operating from chaos. We are living from intention. Small habits don't look glamorous on the outside. They won't get likes or applause, but they're working behind the scenes, reprogramming your nervous system, rewiring your beliefs, and creating space for your highest self to operate. Think about it. No one builds a house in one day. They lay one brick at a time, with precision, with patience, and with purpose. Your life is no different. Every small habit you build in the morning is a brick, and over time, those bricks become your foundation. A life you can stand on with confidence. That 10-minute stretch, it builds self-respect. That 3-minute gratitude list, it conditions your mind to look for what's good even when life gets hard. That quiet morning walk instead of snoozing your alarm. It tells your future, I'm serious about you. So stop underestimating the power of your morning habits just because they seem small. The world doesn't change when you make one big move. It changes when you commit to small ones, daily, faithfully, relentlessly. Let's be honest, time is not your problem. You don't need a 25th hour in the day. What you need is to stop scattering your energy across things that don't serve the life you're trying to build. Because it's not how early you wake up. It's what you do with the time once you're up. A focused hour can move your life forward more than a distracted day. We live in a world that praises busyness but ignores alignment. You can wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, check your emails, and still feel lost if you're not connected to a clear direction. Because productivity without purpose is just performance, and performance without clarity burns you out. That's why your focus is everything, your ability to say, this is what matters today. These are the 3 things that move me closer to the life I want. This is where my energy goes, and everything else can wait. It's about cutting through the noise before the noise consumes you. Every morning, your mind wakes up with 1,000 tabs open. And if you don't choose your focus, the world will choose it for you. You don't need to do more. You need to do what matters. And protect your mental bandwidth like it's sacred. Because it is. You've got a limited number of decisions you can make each day with full clarity and power. Don't waste them on things that don't feed your soul, build your future, or serve your purpose. The goal isn't to be constantly productive. The goal is to be strategically focused. Focused on your health. Focused on your growth. focused on that one uncomfortable task that moves you forward. So the next time you say, I don't have time, ask yourself, is it time I'm lacking? Or is it the focus and intention I haven't claimed yet? Because once your morning starts with clarity, your day becomes unstoppable. Every decision you make in the morning, every single one, is shaping who you're becoming. And even though no one else may see it, your future self does. That version of you 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, the one with clarity, peace, success, strength, they're watching who you're being today. Not who you say you want to be, but what you actually do when the alarm goes off, when you feel tired, when no one is clapping for you yet, because you don't just arrive at your goals one day. You build your way there choice by choice, day by day, especially in the quiet hours when no one's watching. The future you, the one who is healthier, wiser, more confident, in alignment, walking in purpose. That person isn't waiting for you to change overnight. They're depending on you to show up consistently, especially when it's hard, especially when motivation is gone and all that's left is discipline and faith. Think about this, the life you want isn't built later. It's built now, the moment you choose to stretch instead of scroll, the moment you decide to plan instead of panic, the moment you speak life over yourself instead of doubt. Those little moments echo forward. They add up, they compound, and one day that future you, the one you're building with each small, honest, intentional action, they're going to look back and thank you for not giving in, for showing up, for getting serious about who you were becoming before you saw the full result. You're not just living for today, you're becoming for tomorrow. So move like someone your future self would be proud of. Because they're not just waiting, they're watching before you go out and conquer your goals. Before you dive into your to-do list or chase the next big thing, pause, breathe, and say thank you. Gratitude isn't weakness. It's not fluff, it's fuel. It's the grounded, quiet power that centers your spirit before the world tries to pull it in every direction. Because the truth is, no matter how much you want to grow, evolve, succeed, you can't build a powerful life on frustration, fear, or lack. You have to start your day from a place of presence, and presence begins with perspective. Gratitude shifts your frequency. It takes your eyes off what's missing and places them on what's already working. And that shift, it doesn't just make you feel better. It makes you stronger, more patient, more focused, more resilient. Think about it, how different is your energy when you start the day saying, I have to go to work, vs. I get to show up and build something today. Gratitude unlocks a sense of responsibility, not out of guilt, but out of honor. You begin to treat your time, your health, your people, your opportunities as sacred. Because they are, but don't stop there. Gratitude is the foundation, but greatness is the mission. You weren't put here just to be thankful for what you have. You were put here to multiply it, to take the gifts, the breath in your lungs, the fire in your heart, and move. Build, create, lead, give. So start with a grateful heart. Let it ground you, but then rise with fierce purpose, because the best way to honor what you have is to become everything you're meant to be. So when the sun rises and the world begins to move, you don't just wake up. You rise up, you rise with clarity, you rise with intention, you rise with the quiet power of someone who knows exactly why they're here. Because your day doesn't happen to you, you happen to your day, and no matter how yesterday felt, day is yours to reset, to realign, to remember who you are and who you're becoming. So don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for permission. This is your moment, your morning, your mission. Start it with purpose and finish it with pride.